we're taught the wrong things in Africa. And one of the things we're taught in Africa is to pray for money. I need to help you here. You don't pray for money. I need to repeat this. You don't pray for money. If you're a pastor and a prophet, you're watching this. Don't teach people to pray for money. Why? Because money is a response to value. So you don't pray for the byproducts. You pray for ideas, which are the reasons where you can actually create money. This is the reason why I want many more people to watch this. Because in Africa, for a long period of time, we've been taught that you can wake up every day, wake up at an hour of the time that you want, and you bind the devil, command the devil, cast the devil, and you believe you're going to change the financial destiny. It doesn't operate that way. It doesn't. So you stop praying for money and you start understanding what does it take. Oh, blessing Kapesa, I can see you there. Thanks so much for giving us the wonderful equipment I'm actually using right now for this broadcast. But so what does it take for you to take money? One of them is not to believe. One of the things that I've been taught in Africa for a long period of time, that you pray for money. No. Money breakthrough are byproducts. Meaning, what you want to focus on clearly is to put in place the systems that create the result that you want. I can see quite a number of us guys who are now here. So I want to go straight into the substance of our conversation today. So you see, one of the main reasons why we've got these conversations is to get to challenge each other so that we get to transform our lives. Remember what I always say, you can't change your life until you change the quality of the conversations that you're having. Meaning, if the same things that you're talking about are the same things that you're always repeating every day, your life is not going to change. So what we need to change is the quality of the engagements, the quality of our conversation. So if you're going to spend data, one of the things that I want you to do is to begin to spend data on quality conversations. Spend your data on things that improve your life, on things that challenge you to become a better person. So today our conversation pretty much is going to center on taking money. So in Shona is hashtag Toramari. So in the English equivalent is hashtag take money. So one of the things that I have learned over a bit of time is every day somebody is taking money from you. And I want you to keep this in mind. Every day somebody is waking up to take money from you. And this is the reason why we need to understand this thing with seriousness. Because if we don't get to operate at a level where we understand how money is taken and who is taking our money, I believe we're going to be operating at the same level where people are going to be taking money. And we want to be taking money. So why should we do hashtag take money? I hope you've got somewhere to write, because what I want to share with you today is something that's going to change your life. So you see, one of the things that I've learned growing up is what business is all about. So I remember when I was still learning a bit about entrepreneurship, they said entrepreneurship is the art of finding profitable solutions to problems. That's the basic definition of entrepreneurship. But what I've learned with time is understanding that entrepreneurship, and that's my definition of entrepreneurship, it's the art of taking money from people without people complaining. I need to repeat this. Entrepreneurship is the art of taking money from people without people complaining. So any person who has mastered the art of taking money from people without people complaining, that's an entrepreneur. So the key word there is take money. And the next word is without people complaining. So you see, we're living in difficult times where you can't afford just to be at the end of the chain where people are just taking money from you. You need to be able to raise your level or raise your standard and get to a level where you also begin to take money from other people. But how do you do that? That's going to be the substance of our presentation. I'm going to take you through on step-by-step principles that I think are quite fundamental. I know a number of people want to change their financial destinies, their financial trajectory. This is why I believe this conversation is particularly critical, where we begin to help each other on how we can actually take money. So I've learned that business is about taking money from people without people complaining. And I've also learned that if you want to make money, and making money, by the way, is a common sense activity where you begin to realize that you need to find things that you can do in order for you to take money from people without people complaining. So I want to quickly address many of us. I'm a Christian, I love God so much, but one of the things that I find very problematic in Africa is we're taught for a long period of time the wrong thing. Oh, Zwa, I can see you there. We're taught the wrong things in Africa. And one of the things we're taught in Africa is to pray for money. I need to help you here. You don't pray for money. I need to repeat this. You don't pray for money. If you're a pastor and a prophet, you're watching this. Don't teach people to pray for money. Why? Because money is a response to value. So you don't pray for the byproducts. You pray for ideas, which are the reasons where you can actually create money. This is the reason why I want many more people to watch this. Because in Africa, for a long period of time, we've been taught that you can wake up every day, wake up at an hour of the time that you want, and you bind the devil, command the devil, cast the devil, and you believe you're going to change the financial destiny. It doesn't operate that way. It doesn't. So you stop praying for money and you start understanding what does it take. Oh, blessing Kapesa, I can see you there. Thanks so much for giving us the wonderful equipment I'm actually using right now for this broadcast. But so what does it take for you to take money? One of them is not to believe. One of the things that I've been taught in Africa for a long period of time, that you pray for money. No. Money breakthrough are byproducts. Meaning, what you want to focus on clearly is to put in place the systems that create the result that you want. So many people right now are so obsessed with the system. We're not obsessed with the system. We're so obsessed with the byproducts. This is the reason why many people are actually disappointed. So right now, I want to start from a very offensive note. And please forgive me. I want to start from an offensive note because the point that I've made here is don't pray for money. And the next thing that I want to ask you is a simple question. Why is it in Africa we're so broke, yet we've got one of the highest numbers of churches? In Zimbabwe, we've got one of the largest numbers of churches, over 500 churches in Zimbabwe. But why is it our economy is where it is prayerful as we are? We bind the devil in the evening. We bind the devil in the morning. We spray anointing water. We spray anointing oil. Why is it we're broke? Why is it with the highest number of prophets in Africa? Why is it we're broke? Why is it with high velocity evangelist preachers? Why is it we're not making money? Why is it our economy is where it is? This is a very important question. Why is it we are failing to do things? The answer is simple. Prayer alone is not going to give you money. I need to help you. Praying alone is not going to give you money. You can be very spiritual and broke. You can speak in tongues and be broke. You can speak in tongues and be confused. Which explains why we need to be very clear and to understand the principles. What are the principles? What are the rules that govern money? What are the rules that govern how money circulates, how money functions? And once we do that, it's going to change our lives. So I've asked a very simple question. Why is it we are in a continent that has got more churches than Israel, the home of Christianity? Why is it that particular continent, the whole of us in Africa, we don't have a GDP compared to that of Belgium, one small country? Why is it so? Because we are not focusing on understanding the nature and the character of money. That's why this program deliberately is going to challenge you to start doing the things that attract money. Start doing the things that's going to make money normal. Why? Because you see, the conversation that we've been having is, number one, pray for money. Number two, create your money in prayer. No, come on. I'm here to take you from a different level. I'm here to take you to a different level where we need to wake up every day with a clarity and understanding that we need to take responsibility for our financial destiny. And once we take responsibility for our financial destiny, we begin to do the very things that are going to attract money in our lives. That's why I'm going to make a very important point here that the conversation for a long period of time has been so wrong. We've been taught to pray for the byproduct instead of putting in motion the system, the processes that bring about money. Why is it many people right now, they've not managed to get to a point and the level that they want to actually be and experience their financial breakthrough? It's because we have not been putting in place systems that give us this particular result. And this is my challenge to you guys. I'm not going to tell you to go and bind the devil. I'm not going to tell you to go and bind the devil and their grandmother. I'm here to tell you that you can attract the money, you can bring about the money, you can actually take money the moment you understand the principles and the laws that govern how money operates, how money functions. So, I've told you that don't pray for money. That's the first point. So I'm going to speak to all the pastors right now. Please don't tell people to pray for money. Number two, I have no respect. Please share this part of this video. I have no respect for a man of God who tells people to pray for money. I have no respect for a man of God who invites people for an all-night prayer to pray for money. I have no respect for people who fast for money. I have no respect for that. Why? Because money is a result. Meaning you don't chase money. Meaning become the person who brings money by the type of decisions that you make. So you see, right now, what Econet has done is very simple. They don't even go to an all-night prayer. I'm not downplaying prayer here, by the way. They don't go to an all-night prayer, but you know what to do? They've put in place, right now for us to be broadcasting, I'm actually broadcasting from Zoll. This is not free. Zoll has already taken money. Right now, if you want to send money, you use EcoCash. And EcoCash grew to a level where even the authority says, guys, we need to control these people. Why? Because they put in place systems that allowed billions of dollars to be moving. Yet there is somebody who has no system, who has no idea, who has no clue, who has no business. They are praying for money. Guys, if we believe we can pray for money without doing anything, with all due respect, that's witchcraft. You can't just expect your life to be where someone's life who is working so hard to be at the same level. You see, right now, the people who are sleeping 4 hours, coming up with ideas, refining ideas, and say, I want my business to be at this particular level. Yet there is somebody who is spending 9-10 hours on Netflix. And Netflix, by the way, they make over $8 million US every hour. Over $8 million Netflix every hour. And the bulk of us, what we're doing is simply to watch Netflix make more money. Why? Because we haven't understood that you need to put in place a system. So this is my question. What are you doing to take money? Why? Because I want to take you to the next point. Rather than pursue money, focus on asking yourself, what's your value proposition? So I'm a lawyer by profession. Those who didn't know, I go to court between 8 to 5. If I'm not going to court, I'm pretty much in the office doing office work. Yet there is somebody who is spending time on WhatsApp, being an admin on useless groups, and they expect their lives to be at the same level as mine. Guys, let me be very blunt with you. Life is not that easy. You see, many people want an easy life, but we don't want to prepare for an easy life. This is the reason why many people are going to be frustrated. You want your life to be easy, but you don't want to make hard decisions that are going to make your life easy. So what's your value proposition? This is what we need to ask. What's your value proposition? And with all due respect, I don't know which location you are in, of course, was spread globally. But this is the point. You can't wake up every day and complain about poverty. You don't solve poverty by talking about poverty. You don't solve poverty by attacking the devil. You solve poverty by shifting, number one, the way of thinking. Number two, you adjust the quality of decisions that you're making. Number three, you also begin to realize that you don't just wake up and be at a level that you want without putting in the necessary investments, the necessary decisions. That's why this conversation is critical. What is your value proposition? So this is the point that I want you to realize right now. We're talking about taking money here. Every day when you start your day, somebody is taking money from you. Every day when you start your day, somebody is taking money from you. Every day, every minute. Right now, Zoll is taking money from me because I'm broadcasting on their platform. So right now, if you start your day, you need electricity to cook. You're using electricity. So the utility company is already taking money. Number two, if you're using water, the local authority is taking money from you. If you're going to be driving, the fuel company is taking money from you. If you're going to wash your teeth, the guys from Aquafresh, Colgate, Palmolive, they're taking money from you. If you're going to have breakfast with the bread, the guys who are baking your bread, they're taking money from you. If you're going to be applying sugar for your tea, the sugar guys are taking money from you. If you're going to be putting on perfume so that you can smell innocent, the perfume guys are taking money from you. If you're going to clean your teeth using toothpick, the toothpick guys are taking money from you. If you're going to be wearing anything, the clothing guys are taking money from you. And if you want to make any phone calls, the telephone company is taking money from you. If you want to be on WhatsApp, the data company is taking money from you. So this is the point. Every day, somebody is targeting your money. And by the way, if I'm talking about taking money, I'm talking about legal ways of taking money. I'm not talking about corruption here. I'm talking about legal ways, creating of legal ways that we can use to take money from people. Guys, this is the conversation we need to make normal. You can't be on WhatsApp busy comparing women's body parts when some people are on WhatsApp selling products. You can't go on WhatsApp to discuss where's bought what when your life is not moving anywhere. We need to wake up pretty much with clarity that I need to be doing something. I need to shift my life. I need to start doing something different. I need to start positioning myself so that I can also be in a position to start taking money from people without people complaining. I stay in a country called Zimbabwe where people, if they hear that the prices have gone, price of data, they'll buy data. The next thing, they start talking about price increase using that data. So I'm saying, what are you doing to take money from people without people complaining? So I've established a very simple principle that somebody is taking money from you every day. The next question is, who are you taking money from every day? So you see, Econet, I'm giving you a very common example. Over 8 million subscribers. Imagine if any of us is going to use $100 for airtime. Multiply that by 8 million. That's close to $1 billion. But what have they done? They've simply created a funnel which creates money. Right now, if you go to a service stations, they don't actually rely on huge margins. It's smaller margins which they push by numbers, which is why we need to encourage people. Everyone, it should be healthy to learn to realize that even $1, I'm talking about $1 US, it's money. If you're talking about $1 million, you can't get to $1 million without $1. It's okay to start making smaller profits. It's okay to start making those simple profits. Why? Because add them. They're huge numbers. That's why I want to challenge all of us. Start taking money and start thinking. I'm going to give you the ways on how you can actually take money. I want to help many people because we're used for a long period of time to take money using our salaries. It's okay to get a salary, but I want to give you a simple definition of what a salary is. Number one, a salary by definition is someone's estimation of your value. I need to repeat this. A salary is someone's estimation of your value. Meaning if you're going to work for 20 days, 21 days, whatever that you're earning, put it over 20. It can give you an idea of how much you're worth per day. If you're a bit daring, put it by the number of hours that you actually work every day. It'll give you an idea of how much you're worth per hour. I once made this point that some of us, if we're actually not careful, our value will never come closer to airtime or even data. It won't. A salary is someone's estimation of your value. Number two, a salary is a token of appreciation given to you for helping someone achieve their dream. I'm going to repeat this. A salary is a token of appreciation for helping somebody achieve their dream. That's why right now somebody's got a brilliant dream, but in order for them to experience the results that they want a person like you. So what do? They give you that token to say, dude, thank you so much for working so hard. Why are we working so hard? Because I need to achieve my dream. So what do? You give them a token. And what do you call it? You call it a salary. And definition number 3 of a salary, it's a toy given to adults so that they continue coming to work. A toy given to adults so that they continue coming to work. This is the reason why many people, we wake up every day with some dangerous prayers. Father, I pray for job security. Come on, that's a useless prayer. Stop praying for job security, because as a matter of fact, there is nothing secure about a job. Right now, if you die, I want to tell you what happened. If you die right now, they will replace you even before you are born, if you are buried. If you collapse right now, you are pronounced dead and buried, regardless of the contents or why you've died. They will bury you. They will replace you. That's why I need to help people. It's okay to have a job, but you will never effectively take money with just a job alone. You will not effectively take money just with a salary alone. That's why we need to make normal this conversation that we need to think beyond a salary. We need to think beyond our salary. Right now, you see what? One of the things that I'm actually helping people is, if you think you're going to be a millionaire through a salary, I want to give you a bit of maths. Assuming you earn $1,000, that is on one condition, that you don't spend any single cent, earning $1,000. What it means, for you to get to $1 million, become a millionaire, it means you need 80 years. I'm going to repeat this. You need 80 years, assuming you don't spend any single cent. You need 80 years for you to become a millionaire using a salary. Then I want you to add your age to 80 years. It will give you an idea. It will give you an idea of how old you will be the moment you make your first $1 million. That's why I'm saying you can't just be taking money with a salary, because you won't be effective in that. Meaning our thinking has to go beyond the normal. Our thinking has to go beyond just waiting for the month to end. And during this COVID period, many months will not end. You're actually going to end. Think beyond your salary. That's one of the things that will liberate you. So one of the things that I'm actually helping people, and those people who actually don't think beyond their salaries, is what's going to happen if your salary stopped? Yeah, tell me, what's going to happen if your salary stopped? Because you see, a number of us, we don't think that far. A number of us were busy commanding security. Come on. If someone decides that they no longer want you in the business, don't pray like, Father, I want to be retained. That's a useless prayer. I'm going to help you. Why? Because if someone has decided to reshape their vision, remove you from their vision, why should you be angry? So, I'm giving you an idea why you need to think seriously about taking money from other people. And one of the things that I want you to realize, I've told you, everyone is taking money from you, and I've asked you a question, who are you taking money from? The next question that I want to ask you, and I actually want to tell you, is how are you taking money from other people? How are you taking money from other people? Those guys are always telling that you can't be coming from a Zupco with an expensive phone. Zupco is also taking money from you, by the way. Brazilian hair. Even if you've never been to Brazil, but whoever's putting that Brazilian hair on your head, they're taking money from you. So how are you taking money from people without people complaining? And I want to give you something very encouraging. Everyone is your money. I want to get this. Everyone has your money. Everyone. So if you see someone walking, they actually got your money right there. They are your potential clients. Where and what are you doing to take money from that person? So everyone has got your money. That's why I believe that your phone book is a fundamental starting point. As long as we don't take advantage of our phone book, we are in trouble. So you see, a number of us, we've got 1,000 contacts. 1,000 contacts. But when we've got a product that we want to sell, when we've got a service that we need to sell, we can't even sell to those contacts. Why? Because we managed to surround ourselves with dubious and curious contacts. So if you can't convert your contacts into contracts, what it simply means, you actually need to upgrade the quality of your contacts, because you can't take away money from those contacts. So the type of contacts that you keep should have the capacity to be converted into contracts. And from those contracts, you should be able to take money from there. So who is in your phone book? And what value are they creating to you? So,
on all social media platforms, like and follow for more inspirational content.
Thank you so